Okay, what's up everybody? Pastor Matt here. Thanks for checking into my YouTube channel. Some breaking news tonight. Wasn't planning on going on camera, thus the bad angle and the unkempt hair and t-shirt and all that. But the breaking news is that George Whitefield, that's right, the great evangelical, the great evangelist, known primarily for his role in the Great Awakening, has been canceled. A statue of George Whitefield to come down from the University of Pennsylvania. We read this from pentoday.upenn.edu. We are announcing today the statue of George Whitefield that was erected in the Quad in the early 20th century will be removed from our campus. We make this change after careful consideration of what it means for our campus community, both now and into the future. Apparently, they didn't want to wait for a mob of angry rioters to come and tear it down for them or to deface it with spray paint, so the university leadership goes ahead and declares it to be no longer welcome. Continuing, the case for removing Whitefield is overwhelmingly strong, says the article. He was a well-known evangelical preacher in the mid-18th century who notably led a successful campaign to allow slavery in Georgia. Well, he was also one of the principal preachers of the Great Awakening of 1740, a friend and colleague of Jonathan Edwards, friend and colleague of John Wesley, Charles Wesley, a significant role in founding a number of orphanages. None of that is mentioned in the article, only here his role in slavery. This is undeniably one of Whitefield's principal legacies. It goes on. Honoring him with a statue on our campus is inconsistent with our university's core values, which guide us in becoming an ever more welcoming community that celebrates inclusion and diversity. But that's exactly the problem, isn't it? How ever more welcoming and inclusive can a university get? Where do the historical purges stop? Are the books in the libraries next? Are other statues, paintings, plaques of well-known evangelical Christians, are they next to come down? Will Jonathan Edwards himself perhaps be canceled one day? Can't tell at this moment, but it certainly looks like that could be a reality. So there's more there on this article here, but you can read about that. Here's a tweet from Professor B. Anathea Butler, apparently is the name. This person tweets, as the incoming president of AS Church History, I'm very happy that my institution has taken this important step to take down the George Whitefield statue erected on campus in 1913. To take it down. She's very proud, he or she. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Anathea Butler. If I go to the ASC Church History page, the American Society of Church History, apparently this person works for them, is the president of this group. And this person is happy that the institution will be taking down a George Whitefield statue. Well, where does it stop, folks? Jefferson, Lincoln, Washington. Now we're going for the great evangelical leaders. By the way, notably, I did reply to the official tweet pleading for them to please consider donating the statue to a church or an institution. I volunteer my services as a Jonathan Edwards scholar to help find a welcoming church, congregation, or institution that would be willing to receive this statue. Statues are important pieces of art. They're historic monuments. Nobody says that the men and women from this era were perfect. That's not the point. The point of statues is to mark progress in history. If you don't mark progress in history, it's hard to tell where you've come from and where you are going. So maybe you might reach out to their official Twitter feed as well and let them know. They're at Penn on Twitter, at Penn, at PENN. You can go to that tweet and perhaps like my reply, indicating that we would be willing to receive the statue or find somebody who is. Again, the headline, George Whitefield has been canceled, and the question is, what could possibly happen next? By the way, I do have a very short book on the life and the legacy, the ministry of George Whitefield. He is an important person, in my view, although he may have a mixed view with race and slavery, not a person that we should erase from our public conscious collective memory, but a person who perhaps, like all of us, has some taints and stains in their lives, but none of that, nevertheless, contributed to the good of church and society. So I'll post a link to my short book on George Whitefield in the description of this video. Thanks for checking in. Sorry for the hasty video. Thought I'd get a little live update in. Love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.